good, my people, my peeps? So it's been a minute, and it's been a minute for me to make a video because it's a never-ending story with this gang stalking and going through this program. So I'm just going to jump right into what's been going on. And if you watched my video when I first came out and told you guys about how I came to realize that I was being gang stalked after being in 2 car accidents that were intentional, and just other incidents that constantly caused bills to pile up, and one being my car. Okay, so constantly running to the doctors, doing this and that, caused me to fall behind on my bills, on my car note in particular. Okay, but however, I still was making payments, and I would talk to my car lien holder. Anyway, guys, they got me. They came and got the car because it was behind. However, I was dropping $300 on the car payment. And yes, my car payment for the car I have costs more than $300 plus a month. Ridiculous, I know. But anyway, I was still dropping $300 plus on the car. So I walk out one morning, bump, it's gone. So I'm like, okay, they got me. I've never been through no repossession process or whatnot. So I get a letter. They say, okay, you can either pay the past due amounts and all these fees because you got, them coming out to get the car, blah, blah, blah. Or you can pay the amount of the car, the total amount due of the car, and get the car. So, I'm like, well, I ain't balling out of control like that. So, and then I really didn't have it, all of the amount. Let me get from behind these people. I really didn't have the total amount of all the past due money to get the car. But I'm praying. Yes, Lord, I'm praying. I'm catching Ubers. I'm pitting and patting and I'm walking. Because the sister ain't shame in her game. I got to do what I got to do. I got to get there. So I got to catch a ride, with my mom, whatever it is. My sister's going to handle her business. Guys, when I tell you some money came through because I'm fighting my apartment, that issue, and I want to move, and it's just too much. It's just so anyway, I wound up scraping up the money, and I asked, okay, got the money together. The car was still locally. It was still stored locally. Okay? The day I got the money, I called, and I'm calling, asking them, what are the steps to get the vehicle back? So they tell me over and over different steps, different procedures. And I'm a stickler, guys, on if you have a corporation, a company, a mom and pop business, have standard of operation procedures for everyone in the facility to understand and know, so that the person that does not comply with the standard of operation procedures, you will know who to find out and discipline with discipline actions if a customer complains, because everybody should be on one accord, correct? But anyway, that's a whole nother issue. They tell me, okay, you either walk the money in, cash money to the bank. It's quicker. You can get it done. 4 hours processing. Got the vehicle back. I tell you this, I believe somebody sabotaged me. I walked into the bank, paid the money. It was on a Friday. No, it was on a Thursday. Yes, it was on a Thursday afternoon, late afternoon. So I knew I'd probably get the vehicle back Friday morning because, all the processing would be done. 4 hours, 2 hours Thursday, and finish finish the process Friday. Go get the vehicle. How about I wake up bright and early Friday morning, and the vehicle, mind you, was still in town. I wake up Friday morning to call. They have moved your vehicle to Dallas, Texas, to the auction. I said, but I paid the money. Why did they move my vehicle? It was still in town. Well, we can move your vehicle at any time. So you know what that means. More money out of my pockets to go get the vehicle. So, as you can see right now, I am going to rent a car and I'm headed to Dallas to pick up the vehicle. Guys, it's a never-ending story. Stay tuned for more. Okay, guys, so I have made it here to the auction house to where my vehicle is supposed to be picked up at. And the process has gone so far so good, but now it's just hurry up and wait for them to bring my car back around. So let me turn around so you can see where I'm at. Hold on. So go inside here. I can show you. What's good, my people, my peeps? Okay. It is the end of the day and I finally got my car back. Well, I got it back earlier. The process wasn't too bad, so I did wind up getting the car back. But it was a process, and of course, you know, they made us to wait when everybody else was rolling in and out. And this dude right here was riding me. I don't know where he think he going. I mean, all on my bumper. I'm so ready to get home, it is not even funny. I just think it was just a waste of time for me to have to travel 2 hours out to pick up a vehicle that they had still stored in town. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh, my gosh. Don't let this happen to you. This was just, it was a pain. It really was a pain. And I wasn't trying to let this happen, truly. If I could make my wages without something being sabotaged, being done, you know? I know they don't want you to live a halfway decent, normal life. As if they're having you jump through or go through test after test after test after test. Oh, and let me tell you something. When I went to, there was a bank close to where I lived, and I actually thought it was the bank where I financed my car through, so that I could walk in and pay the payment, you know, right there. But it was the wrong bank. But when I was in that bank, there was this guy that came up behind me so close, and then he was just talking so loud on his phone. I knew he had to be a perp, okay? And I didn't turn around. I just didn't bother to turn around. Then he got closer to me. So I turned to the side and kind of put my foot out as a space barrier. Like, look, stay back. You really are in my space, okay? Then the lady that was in front of me actually moved up. So I moved up. The guy got so close, I stepped off to the side a little bit. Do you know this man stepped right beside me, like as if we a couple standing in line together, and I'm behind this lady. I literally had to then say, "Sir," with a stern voice, "do you mind?" And he was like, what? I'm behind her. The lady that I was behind, he says he's behind her. And you were behind me. And before I could even say something, there was a elderly black lady behind him. And she was like, "Oh, no." for me. Yay, for somebody, have some morals. But I stood up for myself too, and I'm like, no, sir, you were behind me and you're in my personal space. And then by the time all that took place, I was next up to the counter. But I was like, really? Of the perps trying to invade your personal space or whatnot. And I think it's just getting, I don't know, I think they are just trying to do it more and more and more to set people off. You're not going to set me off. I'm just going to let you know that right now. But I will tell you about yourself. Very professional and polite. Move the hell back. Now I'm just playing. Very professional and polite. Move back. Or I will call the police on you. Let your own perpetrating perps come arrest you. How about it? But anyway, guys, I'm back in my vehicle. I will not let that happen again. That was, I don't know. And for any, I don't know. I personally have never had a repossession for a vehicle done before. So, I don't know. I'll just give you these side notes for people who have never had this happen to them. You must move fast. Call your car insurance that day. Don't wait. When I went out the house and saw that the vehicle was gone, I already knew, like I told you before, I was behind. But I had been talking to them. I had been making arrangements. That wasn't working for them, obviously, to this point. And I called them right away, and they said, yes, they do have a vehicle, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me numbers to call if I wanted to get my belongings out of the vehicle. Go get your belongings out of the vehicle if your vehicle is still located locally, if possible. And remove your license plates. That was a plus that my mother told me. Thank you. Remove your license plates, okay? So I made arrangements to do all of that. And I got a letter maybe 2 days later stating, what they were planning on selling the vehicle to redeem the rest of the monies owed on the vehicle. And then they give you options. In the state of Texas, they have to give the consumer an option to redeem the vehicle or reinstate the vehicle. And with my options, they gave me two options. One, to pay all late fees, repossession costs, so on and so forth, or pay the full amount. Okay. They only give you, for me in Texas, they only gave me 10 days. That's it, people. 10 days to make it happen, or your car is going to be gone. But for them to move it when you're still within that time frame, I thought that was just a little bit ridiculous, because they're just costing you more money to go try to get the car 2 hours away. For me, it was 2 hours away. But you gotta move fast if you can be able to reinstate your vehicle or redeem it, one way or the other. But it's just like something on top of something on top of something. Will it ever end? I don't know. I just wanted to come and let you guys know that, hey, I'm here. And I did see a message from one of my fellow targeted individuals saying, Nicole, where you at? So here I am. No. I think that's their name. No. Here I am. Oh, guys, and before I get out of here, I do have to give a big shout out to my son, who is grown. And when I called him, I was like, your mama's car is gone. And I was like, hey, can you help your mama out? And he was like, yes. And he sent me some money, like, well. So, big shout out and much love to him. I just had to let you know, give him credit for gotta give credit where credit is due. So much love to him. All right, guys, much love.